Hello YouTubers, welcome back to another Tesla vlog with me, Adam Well Informed. I think a lot of people are willing to write off the SR Plus as not suitable for their needs, and the long range may be too much of a leap in price for them. Or literally, you just undecided between both the SR Plus and the long range Model 3 trim. This is where I'm going to give you a different angle on the subject as an owner of a Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus myself. I'll also help you simulate range and charging speed comparisons so you know exactly how much time you'll save, and you may be surprised by the time saved between the SR Plus and long range Model 3. In addition to that, you're probably well aware that there is a price difference of $6,500 or $9,000, and that shouldn't include any taxes. But do you truly need to spend the extra money on the long range? Is it truly worth the difference for what you need? I'm not going to be throwing or recycling stats for a whole video that you can easily find yourself, but try to bring some real life scenarios to life and some analysis that you may not have considered to help you decide which option is for you. In addition to this, if you think I'm going to do a 10-minute video and tell you the SR Plus is a superior car, you're mistaken. In a given situation whereby money is not an issue, the long range Model 3 will be a better car. What I'm trying to get at is the price difference technically worth it for you or the everyday user? Is it greater value for money? Let me explain. So I'll quickly run through some major differences before giving you some scenarios that may just make you stop and reconsider. The exterior will look identical apart from the front fog lights and the dual modes badge at the back. That's it for the exterior. Whereas for the interior, you'll see the biggest difference being the lack of rear heated seats, the missing subwoofer, the year's free premium trial, and the lack of front fog lights. Plus, you don't get car mats as standard for the SR Plus. So I just want to quick fire a few points here on the partial premium interior. So the heated seats are a software upgradable function for £300 at any time. Just click on the app to upgrade. Mine are actually covered by 2 car seats, so I don't actually need them anytime soon, but it's good to have that option in the future. The speaker system without the subwoofer is probably the best I've had in a car. Don't be thinking you're downgrading, it's not a terrible system without the subwoofer. I'm not an audiophile, nor have I heard the long range speakers, but I'm more than pleased with the SR Plus sound system. Though I would expect the long range audio system would be that one notch better. Premium costs circa £110 for the first year, as you still get a month's free on the SR Plus. The lack of car mats isn't an issue, because you then have the flexibility to buy better car mats at your own leisure. Finally, front fog lights, not on the SR Plus, just sucks really, I can't really argue with that. So if you're watching this video, you probably have a petrol, gas or diesel car, and you're looking to make the switch. I can also assume the reason you're considering a Tesla is it's mostly down to the range advantage. Therefore, you'll have a range anxiety of judging if X range would be enough for you, and it's only natural to consider one of the highest range EVs in its price range from arguably the best EV maker on the planet. Between the two trims, there is an 80-mile difference, but how often will you need the extra 80 miles? This may surprise you, but you probably won't if you're an everyday user. Here in the UK, the average daily mileage is about 20 miles or 7,500 miles a year. The US is slightly larger at 29 miles or 10,600 miles a year. To put my own SR Plus experience into play here, this equivalent is around 7.5% of battery capacity for the SR Plus. Let's say your daily driving is more US based at 30 miles, then we're talking about less than 11% of the battery. You still have a significant amount of mileage left for any spontaneous trips. A little tip from me to get rid of some range anxiety is for you to treat your car like a smartphone and just enjoy all its features and charge when you finish for the day. Really can't stress this enough, as like 98% of your charging sessions will be from your home. Just enjoy the car, you're not going to get near your battery capacity with your daily commute if you're an everyday user. Now hopefully that has settled your everyday range anxiety, but your biggest worry or stress is a long trip. I think every owner will or should admit to having initial concerns. So let's simulate a UK road trip of 308 miles, Leicester to Glasgow, centre of England to relatively central Scotland. We can navigate this directly in our car, or for this purpose, I'm using a highly recommended app called abetterrouteplanner.com. With 80 miles less range and a distance greater than the SR Plus's advertised range, we know this will take a toll on the SR Plus time compared to the long range. But how much longer do you think it will take, as we'll need to charge for longer? 30 minutes? An hour? No, just 12 minutes more. That's right, 12 minutes. The difference in charging time, which isn't a massive amount of time if you're spending 5 hours worth of pure driving time, going there and back, you'll need to double it, but still, that's a different trip or driving session altogether. Let's apply this to your circumstances. If you're doing a similar trip, multiply that time saved over a course of a year and really just evaluate if that time saved every year is really worth upgrading to a long range. There's no right answer here, but I find the time saved analysis an interesting point to consider when making your own judgment. Taking this one step further, a way you can help simulate your own trips is to check out abetterrouteplanner.com. There's even an app too. You just pick your Tesla and the model year. You can even sync your own Tesla account in future for more accurate data. But the point I'm getting at is you can simulate your own drives with this app and website now. It will pick your quickest route with the charging stops and the time spent charging. You can even change your state of charging. It's a really in-depth tool and a must-have app for any EV user, but it's great to compare your own long range versus SR Plus simulations. I did this when I made my decision. For me, 165 miles to Whitby was the longest drive I did in my old car, and will most likely be the same for this too. But again, I simulated it and the long range mileage advantage just wasn't significant for what I needed. I'll drop a link to the website in the description for you to do your own simulations. Before I give you more reasons, please can you help support my channel by hitting the like button, the subscribe button and the notification bell. Such a quick gesture really helps me out if you enjoy this sort of content. Mileage is a massive part of wanting to upgrade from the SR Plus to the long range without a doubt. Another part of me that wanted the long range was the all-wheel drive and speed. 4.2 seconds is incredibly fast, but it's 1.1 seconds difference, and the chances of me needing that 1.1 seconds difference is probably close to nil, especially for the family car. It would be merely used as bragging rights only. Obviously the all-wheel drive will make a difference, and just the ability to pay for the software upgrade on top to get the acceleration down to 3.9 seconds is again just sensational. All-wheel drive experience will be better than the rear-wheel drive, but then again, I've never felt like I'm losing control of my Model 3. The traction control mitigates any sort of issues that you would expect. I had a slight fear that being rear-wheel drive it would be easier to kick the back end out, but I just haven't even came close to that. Even in snowy conditions, there is no reason to knock the rear-wheel drive SR Plus down for grip. However, I cannot dismiss how fast the long range is over the SR Plus. It is mesmerising, but is that 1.1 seconds going to serve you greater value and benefit, as the standard range is 5.3 seconds is no slouch. Again, it's down to personal preference, I suppose. Price is also a significant factor in taking the plunge. Depending on if you're financing or a cash buyer, your options may vary. I think the difference to me between the two for financing was around £100 a month or $140. But let's just take the cash price into the account here. With £6,500 or $9,000, that's almost the FSD price. The whole full self-driving package is an investment, especially in its limited features here in the UK and Europe compared to the US and their beta version. If that interests you, you can have a Tesla and get the full FSD package for just marginally more than the full long-range Model 3. With a full range of 278 miles and with a robo-taxi environment, that will be more than sufficient to run on an autonomous taxi network. On a 1,000 mile a week or 52,000 miles a year, that's like 142 miles a day if it ran for 7 days. This package would generate an income for you by utilising your car on the autonomous robo-taxi network, but this all depends on if Tesla does release the whole network as they intend to. Let's say you don't want to or believe in FSD and the robo-taxi environment, you still have this remaining amount left. You could save it or invest it. Remember, I don't have the credentials to tell you what to do with your money. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm merely stating that you can make this extra money work for you and still have a Tesla experience. Seek financial advice from a professional if you want to do this. Or you could just have a serious budget to get some upgrades to your car, such as PPF wraps, or upgrading the wheels, or getting that tow hitch. To conclude, I think a lot of people are willing to write off the SR Plus as not suitable for their needs, and the long range is too much of a leap in price for them. I'm hoping this video has helped you realise that the SR Plus is still a full Tesla experience, and you're not really sacrificing as much as a benefit as you might think. Yes, the long range is statistically a better car, but is the price difference suitable for your circumstances? Are you gaining an extra 2 hours a year in less road trip charging? Not using the speed advantage? The difference in partial and premium interior are not major in my eyes, unless you want the best sound system and you find comfort with the front fog lights. The rear heated seats is a big feature, but for £300 to unlock them on demand, I think that's a fair price to pay if you really want that upgrade. At the end of the day, there is no right answer between both the cars, and only you can make the judgment of which will suit you more. The Model 3 long range is the better car, but you may find that the SR Plus is way more suited for your requirements. That's it, now you've been informed. Let me know what you thought of this video. Has it made you reconsider or even help you reassure you which one is better suited for you? Don't forget to support my channel by hitting the like, subscribe and sharing the video with your friends and family. I really enjoy doing these Tesla vlogs and the support is hugely welcomed. Thanks for watching, see you in the next